What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look and a listen to Representative Larson talking about the no taxes on Social Security benefits. The promise that was made back during election time in 2024 was that there would be no taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits. Well, that has changed. This big, beautiful bill that they're talking about right now does not eliminate taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits. So you have a lot of people that are receiving Social Security benefits right now that are concerned and that are upset about this situation. And so I want you to hear Representative Larson go back and forth with an expert about the fact that there are no taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits. Now, I showed a portion of this clip in a previous video, but I want to show you the full 5 minutes because I think there's some more information in there that we can gather from this expert. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. And also, you can send me an email. So if you have a story to share, if you want to talk about the Social Security Fairness Act, I have a lot of people asking me questions about the Social Security Fairness Act. You can send me an email, david@thetecshow.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Representative Larson asking some questions of experts about the elimination of taxes on Social Security benefits. Here we go.
Mr. Barthel, how long have you been doing this?
Actually 2 days from today will mark my 16th anniversary as the Chief of Staff of the Joint Committee on Taxation.
And I think you can tell from the applause, the enormous respect that people have for your job. When did you receive this bill that we're asking you all these questions on, the full bill?
The final completed version of the bill was delivered to us when it was delivered to you yesterday afternoon. Now, to be fair, and as you know from your experience, we work closely with all the members. We work closely with the chairman and his staff. So we
Totally understandable, but I want a viewing audience to know that when you actually receive this and are supposed to answer all these questions. I have some technical questions that I wanted to ask you, especially was interested in what you were saying, how in a bill sometimes things can get crowded out by the changes that occur from a 28-page to over 400. But how many, because initially we had heard about this Social Security tax on income and that it was going to be eliminated altogether, but how many individuals will still be subject to tax on Social Security income after accounting for what's now called the senior deduction in this proposal?
Well, let's see. Under present law for 2026, we estimate that there will be about 56 million tax filing units with Social Security benefits. 32 million have Social Security benefits in their adjusted gross income because there is the exclusion for a number of taxpayers. And about 27 million have Social Security benefits in AGI and owe some individual income tax. Under the proposal for 2026, about 25 million tax returns are estimated to have Social Security benefits included in AGI and owe any income tax. Now, that's in part because they have other income. About 24 million tax returns will have Social Security benefits included in AGI that exceed the $4,000 additional seniors deduction and also will owe some individual income.
So essentially, this bill doesn't do as President Trump promised to eliminate taxes on Social Security because some seniors will receive no benefit or less than full benefits from the additional senior deduction from this bill. Believe it or
not. Okay, and that's very important. So if you are eliminating taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits, well, then that would be everyone. But you heard the experts say, he was talking about like 24 million would still have to pay taxes. And so this deduction, this $4,000 deduction, is not going to help that many people on that are receiving Social Security benefits. And some of them already are able to deduct more than that 4,000 just based on the other income that they have coming in during a retirement. So this is really not going to help at all when it comes to people receiving Social Security benefits. It'll be a very, very small number of people that will benefit from this, but the vast majority of people receiving Social Security benefits are not going to benefit from this $4,000 deduction.
Or not, Mr. Chairman, we do have a solution for that in a bill that we like to see at some time at least be heard.
And what he's referring to there is the Social Security 2100 Act. That's the bill that he has authored, and he has some co-sponsors on that bill, and he's trying to move that through Congress, and that would provide an increase for everyone receiving Social Security benefits. It would also eliminate taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits, but it would do it by looking at raising the cap. Basically, people making over 400,000 would have to start contributing to the FICA contribution, where now they don't. People that make 176,100 or more, they no longer have to contribute to FICA. And so what we would see is we would see a donut hole, basically. So people making 176,100 to 400,000, they still don't have to contribute to FICA. But once you hit 400,000, now you're going to have to contribute to FICA, and that brings in more revenue for Social Security. You can extend the program out longer. You can provide increases to benefits. You can also eliminate taxes and do some other things with that proposal. So the hope is that we would see more support for something like this, but as of right now, we're not getting a lot of support. The support is basically Democrats are supporting this, but Republicans aren't.
Mr. Bartold, at what income amount does someone stop paying FICA contributions to Social Security?
For the present year, it's $176,100.
Thank you. And so someone who's making, let's say, 2.5, I won't go to the 500 billion that Mr. Our favorite person, Mr. Musk, is getting, but 2.5 million in annual wages. Will they pay FICA throughout the year?
FICA is collected until you reach the maximum. So at that substantial rate of pay, no, you do not pay FICA.
So in the case of Mr. Musk, who receives a compensation package of more than 50 billion from Telsa, but has never received
It's funny that he can't say Tesla.
the salaried income, how much would a person who makes millions or billions in compensation through stocks contribute to Social Security each year?
Capital gain income, return on equity grants are not wages subject to FICA. There are certain stock compensation that is subject to FICA, and I'm not specifically familiar with Mr. Musk's
Is there anything in this legislation that would increase the amount of those making over 400,000 to contribute to Social Security or its solvency?
No, sir. There's nothing that would increase contributions.
So this bill raises the debt by over 4 trillion, yet
Gentleman's time has expired.
nothing to improve the Social Security benefits.
Gentleman's time has expired. I now recognize Ms. Chu for 5 minutes.
Okay, and that last part there, very, very important, what he was saying. So you have this big, beautiful bill, this reconciliation bill that they're moving through Congress. And by the way, I didn't mention this at the beginning. The bill actually was rejected by one of the committees. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and make some changes. But I don't anticipate seeing any changes when it comes to this $4,000 deduction for people receiving Social Security benefits. I don't see them making that change, but they are going to need to make some changes. And you have some people in the Freedom Caucus that they want more cuts. And so because they're not getting more cuts, they're not going to support this bill. And so we might see deeper cuts into Medicaid. That's one of the areas that they're talking about making cuts to. So we might see deeper cuts there. So we'll just have to follow it and see where that goes. But that last part that Representative Larson is talking about is very, very important. So there's no reform for Social Security. They're not trying to improve Social Security or enhance Social Security. But this is going to cost about $4 trillion. It's going to be added to our national debt. That's a big problem. And so you have this bill that's a spending bill because it's not balanced. It's going to add to our national debt, and we're still not going to be addressing the issue of Social Security. And we know that when it comes to Social Security, we have about 8 years. 8 years before the trust funds will be completely depleted. At that point, we're going to see a cut across the board for everyone receiving Social Security benefits. It's going to be about 23%. And so something needs to be done. Reform needs to happen. And right now, you're looking at these bills where they want to spend $4 trillion, and that's just going to be added to the debt, but they're not addressing something that really needs to be addressed, Social Security. So I want to know what you guys think about all this, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.